a global academic collaboration by signing a memorandum of understanding with the University of Antwerp, Belgium. The ceremonial signing took place at the Belgian Embassy in New Delhi, graced by the esteemed presence of Her Royal Highness Princess Astrid of Belgium. This partnership marks the beginning of a new chapter in international cooperation for XLRI, aiming to promote joint research, faculty and student exchange programs, and mutual academic enrichment. The presence of dignitaries from both nations underscored the importance of this collaboration in strengthening educational ties and creating opportunities for global exposure for the XLRI community. On the 21st of February 2025, the Center for Gender Equality and Inclusive Leadership, CGIL, at XLRI Delhi-NCR, in collaboration with the British High Commission, New Delhi, Chevening alumni, and colleagues from Oxford University, hosted a thought-provoking event titled Next Gen in STEM, Building Tomorrow's Leaders in Education. This initiative aimed to inspire and empower young minds, especially women and underrepresented groups, to pursue careers in STEM fields. This event served as a dynamic platform for dialogue, mentorship, and knowledge sharing, bringing together global experts, academicians, and aspiring students to foster a more inclusive and innovative future in education and leadership. During this year, the Healthcare Management Center has been working on finalizing the program structures, planning the launch sequence of executive development programs, and documenting with the marketing partners and institutions. The following are the programs that are scheduled for launch this academic year. Healthcare C-Suite program with Sorbonne University, Paris. Finance for healthcare professionals with CMC Christian Medical College, Vellore. Healthcare operations management with CMC Vellore. HR and legal aspect for healthcare professionals with CMC Ludhiana. Digital transformation and digital business models in healthcare with Sri Ramachandra Institute of Higher Education Research, Porur, Chennai. Senior Management Program in Healthcare with Sriher. Public Health Management Program with St. John's Hospital, Bangalore. Healthcare Informatics with St. John's Hospital, Bangalore. We are also in the final stages of detailing the healthcare management dual degree to be offered in online mode with Sorbonne University and Bordeaux University, France. The PGDM in Innovation, Entrepreneurship, and Venture Development program at XLRI Delhi-NCR currently has 73 students and shows steady and significant progress. The program continues to nurture entrepreneurial thinking and innovation-driven leadership. A key highlight of this year was the Elevate Startup Conclave held on the 29th and 30th of November 2024, which brought together budding entrepreneurs, investors, industry leaders, and startup mentors. The conclave served as a vibrant platform for networking, idea exchange, and showcasing student-led ventures, further reinforcing XLRI's commitment to fostering a robust entrepreneurial ecosystem. The corporate colloquium organized on the 20th of July 2024 was a huge success. We had a total of 13 industry leaders divided into 3 panel discussions. The central theme for the event was the future of work, redefining a career path in a rapidly changing job market, with each panel delving into domain-specific perspectives such as marketing, finance, and human resources in the context of future work trends and challenges. XLRI Delhi-NCR recently hosted a CHRO summit titled Corporate Confluence 2024 on the 9th of November 2024, focusing on the transformative impact of artificial intelligence on human resources. This groundbreaking event titled Exploring the Role of AI in HR Transformation brought together prominent HR leaders, industry experts, and academic scholars to delve into the evolving intersection of AI and HR. The summit attracted more than 100 attendees, mostly chief human resource officers and HR heads from top organizations, thought leaders, and distinguished faculty from XLRI Delhi-NCR. The agenda featured a series of compelling keynote speeches, dynamic panel discussions aimed at equipping HR professionals with the knowledge and tools to harness AI's potential in their roles. We had the privilege of hosting Mr. Vishal Malik, a senior leader from Khani at XLRI Delhi-NCR for an insightful session on building a long and fulfilling career. From inspiring stories to practical wisdom, he shared 7 key lessons that have shaped his journey. The cherry on top is incredible musical performance that added a personal touch to the event. A heartfelt thank you to Mr. Malik for his time, insights, and for reminding us that the journey of leadership is as much about passion as it is about perseverance. This year, we organized around 50 guest lectures. XLRI has announced the setting up of the Indian School for Design of Automobiles, a first of its kind dedicated finishing school for automobile design in India in association with XLRI alumnus and automobile industry expert, Mr. Avik Chattopadhyaya. The 3 pillars of India will be balance of intuition and industrial knowledge, rich industry interface, and exposure to global thought and application. India aims to get some of the world's leading and most respected designers to come to the school as visiting faculty. India will be offering various programs from a master's in automobile design and management to refreshers for practicing designers and inductions for CXOs. The Indian School for Design of Automobiles has made encouraging progress over the last 1 year in terms of getting world-class faculty and leading technology partners on board. The response from media and industry has been overwhelming. The first annual debate was held in December 2024, and we participated in the Bharat Global Mobility Show in New Delhi in January 2025. One of the most exciting and engaging events of the year was Maximela, organized at the bustling Cyber Club in Gurugram on the 8th and 9th February 2025. The event brought marketing to life through innovative, research-driven games designed and conducted by students to gather real-time consumer insights in a fun and interactive manner. With enthusiastic participation from the public, corporate professionals, and students, Maximela proved to be a perfect blend of experiential learning and practical application of marketing concepts. We extend our heartfelt gratitude for the PT Joseph, Dean Admin and Finance, Professor Sari, Professor Rajkumar, and the entire MAXI committee for their untiring efforts, guidance, and support in making this event a grand success. Their dedication and teamwork truly reflected the spirit of XLRI. XLRI continues to strengthen its academic credibility and global standing through esteemed accreditations. This institution, the institution proudly received the AMBA PGA re-accreditation, which has now been extended till the year 2030, reaffirming XLRI's commitment to maintaining high-quality management education. The EQUIS accreditation visit is scheduled for later in 2025, and preparations are well underway to showcase this institution's excellence across teaching, research, and governance. Additionally, the NBA accreditation visit was successfully conducted from the 7th to 9th of March this year, further strengthening the Institute's academic assurance processes. In a landmark development, UGC has issued a letter of intent for the conversion of XLRI into a deemed to be university under the distinct category, opening new doors for academic autonomy and innovation. The Convocation brochure 2025 is available at the venue. I thank all students and their committees for organizing numerous impactful events, faculty and faculty committees for maintaining academic rigor and mentorship, staff and their committees responsible for ensuring the seamless functioning of our institution. Together, we made this year extraordinary. I extend a heartfelt gratitude to the members of the governing board, various board-level committees. Your wisdom, time, and unwavering belief in the mission of XLRI have helped shape our long-term strategic vision. I thank our Dean Academics, Professor Munish Thakur, and Dean Admin Finance, Father P.T. Joseph, for constantly doing their best for the students and the Institute. I thank our Associate Dean, Executive Education, Professor M. Sriman Narayana, Associate Dean, Academics, Professor N. Rajkumar, and Associate Dean of Student Affairs, Professor Sayan Mukherjee, for overseeing day-to-day academic operations and student affairs with commitment and clarity. I thank the Student Affairs Council, SAC, for being the bridge between the administration and students. SAC and other student committees such as Placement, Academics, CRISP, Nova XLRO, Alumni, and various other committees have played a pivotal role in enhancing student life, ensuring inclusivity, and maintaining a healthy campus culture. To the graduating batch of 2025. Today, you transition from being students to becoming part of the XLRI alumni family global network of over 21,000 distinguished professionals who are making a difference in every sphere of life. Carry forward the values of integrity, compassion, and excellence wherever you go. We are confident that you will rise as responsible leaders and bring glory to XLRI. May your journey be filled with purpose, passion, and progress. Now, I request Father Sebastian George Vice Chairman of XLRI Board of Governors, to address the graduating students. Thank you.
Mr. Bhargav Dasgupta, our chief guest today, and for the Kashmir, Director, Delhi-NCR, and respected board members, faculties, and graduating students, parents, and media, good evening to you all. Today, I congratulate the graduating students for their successful completion of the program. And as you enter into the corporate world, may the God bless you with good health, mind, and body. May you bring glory to yourself, to your family, and to XLRI in the coming years. Brené Brown has written a book called Gifts of Imperfection, where she talks about wholehearted living. Because when you observe the universe, people, not everyone lives wholehearted living. They half-hearted living. That's the reason depression and all other problems we face. So what is wholehearted living? It has basically three concepts. The first one is courage. The courage does not mean the heroic courage, the fighting, beating up evil forces. That is heroism. That's not courage. Courage comes from the Latin word core. Core is C-O-R. Core means basically heart. So whatever present in one's heart, if the person able to manifest that, may manage to communicate, articulate that, that is courage. Most of the time, we feel one thing, in our heart something else is there, and we say just opposite. And that is the classical example of hypocrisy. So one of the major component to live a full life, wholehearted life, one needs courage. And the second one, she says, empathy. Empathy also comes from Latin word, two words, patti, P-A-T-T-I, and C-U-M, cum. Basically, it means to suffer with. When you see a problem, a fellow human being, a neighbor is going through, the ability to be with that person fully, not like a superior and inferior, not even like a healer and a sick person. It is at the equal ground. That's why it is called empathy. It's not sympathy. Sympathy is just feeling sorry for that person and just move away and live one's own life. Important thing is at equal range, we are able to be with the suffering person. And so, second most important thing to live a complete life, wholehearted life, is empathy. And third one, she points out, it is connection. Connection with one another, connection with everyone, not only human beings, also with environment. Carl Jasper, I'm sure you might have heard, he was a philosopher as well as a historian. Unlike other historians who always study about kings or kingdoms, he studied the entire history of humanity. And he points out there are three kinds of experiences human beings have gone through it. The first one, he calls it as a post-axial period, that is up to 300 BC, where the human beings, none of us had an individual identity. The identity was a collective identity, a tribe, a society, a community, an Indian situation, caste identity. And the individual had no significance and no value. Only he is one part of the whole society, the community. And that was the only identity human beings had till 600 BC. And he calls that period as post-axial period. That means what? The individual had only a dependent personality, no worth as an individual, himself or herself. And the second important change is axial period. Axial period begins 600 BC, maybe up to 2nd or 3rd AD. It's not accidental, it is during this period, throughout the world, you find different spiritual masters emerge. Buddha from India, Confucius from China, and Lao Tzu from Japan, and also south of India, Adi Shankara, and all the people, all of a sudden, different parts of the world emerge as a great spiritual masters. And what is their message? One and say, everyone says, as an individual, you are worthy. You no need to depend on anything for salvation. The beautifully captured phrase is Shankara's Aham Brahmasmi. You are, I am God, a Tattvamasi. You are that. That means the God. So as an individual, your emancipation is within yourself. And Jesus says, same period, kingdom of God is within you. It's not outside. As an individual, you are not part of a own wheel. You as an individual is lovable, worthy of love and affection. As an individual, you should realize your full self. And that's what they called it salvation. And you know it, every great idea, as it passes on, it gets corrupted. The individual emancipation, by the time 19th century, it becomes selfishness, self-oriented progress only. Me, myself, and mine. That's how the great message of individual emancipation became total selfishness. That's why he calls it 21st century onwards, we are in the third phase of universe human history. And the third phase is post-axial period. The first one is pre-axial period, pre-axial period, then axial period. Now we are in post-axial period. First phase, total dependency. Second phase, realizing individual importance, independency. And third one is interconnectedness. That is, we are not totally dependent, not totally independent. We need our self-worth, self-love, self-care, and realizing oneself, one's fullness. At the same time, we are not islands. We are interconnected. We understand one another, help one another, and grow together as a human species. Today, as you are graduating, let's be aware that live your life as a wholehearted beings. Realize yourself completely and bring glory to the nation, to the society, and to the institute. Once again, I wish you all the best. Thank you. I now call upon Professor Gaurav Vallabh to read the citation for the Father E. Abraham Medal for Management and Industrial Development.
Good evening. Citation. I quote, in recognition of his outstanding contribution to the field of management and industrial development, XLRI, Xavier School of Management, Delhi-NCR, is privileged to confer the Father E. Abraham Medal for Management and Industrial Development upon Mr. Bhargav Dasgupta. Mr. Dasgupta has exemplified visionary leadership, strategic insight, and an unwavering commitment to institution building and innovation-led growth. His distinguished career in the financial service and insurance sectors has been marked by transformative initiatives, inclusive business practices, and the fostering of organizational excellence on a national, regional, and global scale. Mr. Dasgupta's work reflects the value of Father E. Abraham S.J., embodied and championed throughout his life, that is, integrity in leadership, compassion in service, and excellence with a higher purpose. By advancing industrial development rooted in ethical practice and social responsibility, he stands as a beacon for future generations of leaders. In conferring this medal, XLRI not only honors an individual of rare distinction, but also celebrates its own founding ideals of nurturing responsible leaders who serve society through enterprise and transformation. For his enduring contribution to management, thought, institutional leadership, and national development, Mr. Bhargav Dasgupta is most deservedly awarded the Father E. Abraham Medal for Management and Industrial Development, presented at Delhi NCR on its 4th annual convocation this 12th day of April 2025. I unquote. Thank you.
I now request Vice Chairman Father S. George to hand over the Father E. Abraham Medal for Management and Industrial Development to our Chief Guest, Mr. Bhargav Dasgupta.
I now call upon Mr. Bhargav Dasgupta to give his convocation address.
Father George, Father Kashmir, Dean Munish Thakur, the eminent Board of Governors and other dignitaries on stage, esteemed faculty, proud parents, distinguished guests, but most importantly, the students of the 4th batch of XLRI Delhi. Good evening. I'm most honored to be invited to this very important occasion in your lives. And it's even a greater honor to be found worthy of this medal that the Board of Governors have bestowed on me. I'm eternally gratified, and I convey my gratitude to the board. But today is not the day for all of that. Today is your day. The day that after 2 probably very grueling years of caffeine-fueled all-nighters, group projects that maybe 1 or 2 of you did when the others, went around not really contributing, or the professors, very demanding professors asking you to do case studies as if they're better entertainment than Netflix. You've crossed all of that and you arrived at this day today. So first, let me give you my heartiest congratulations in reaching this stage and being here today to be graduating from this esteemed institute. Now, when I look at, this, as I stand here looking at you, as I said, I'm honored, but I also have a sense of nostalgia. I remember the day 33 years back when, like you, I was sitting in one of those back rows in Bangalore, waiting for the speeches to get over so that we get our graduation certificates and go out and party. Ours was a batch of 1990-92. And in the middle of that 2 years, in 1991, India liberalized its economy. Now, today we look back and celebrate that day, that time. But those days, it was really very challenging because there was a lot of uncertainty. There was tremendous change. The pundits thought that Indian economy will be subsumed by avalanche of foreign competition. And we were worried about our job prospects 1 year down the road and career thereafter. And then just before we graduated in April 1992, the Harshad Mehta scam broke, sending shockwaves into the financial services market and to the overall economy. And we thought that, why us? Why is this happening to us? Why are we the most unlucky batch to be graduating in this middle of this massive distortion and massive transition and massive change? But it's so interesting when we look back in hindsight, we were probably one of the luckiest batches to come out of B school. We were the children of the liberalization era, and we really benefited from that change. So why am I saying all this to you? Because like us, our batch, I think your batch is also coming out into a world which is going through tremendous disruption, tremendous change. Let me talk about three. The first is technological disruption. Technology is changing industries faster than probably you can update your CV on LinkedIn. Artificial intelligence is coming for jobs, changing industries, probably even your favorite Bollywood songwriter. Artificial general intelligence, the singularity moment for AI is probably around the corner. We don't know the consequences. And as we talk about AI, quantum computing could potentially transform financial services, healthcare, cybersecurity, cryptography, and many other industries. The second big disruption is coming because of climate. As we all can see, the temperature is rising, sea level is rising. There are much more significant and more severe climate disasters that we're seeing across the world. And this is not too far away, it's very close home. The Himalayas, the Hindu Kush Himalayas, are considered to be the third pole because the amount of rice that it holds is just after the two poles. And it's melting, and it's melting faster than the poles. So the real risk that we have in this region is water scarcity and the risk to food production. And the third big change, which is probably more impactful in the shorter term, is geopolitics. Vladimir Lenin said that there are decades when nothing happens, and there are weeks when decades happen. And this last few weeks are probably periods where decades have happened. I think the old world order that we've all lived in, at least all of us have grown up in, for the last 8 years is getting upended. And the disruption it will cause to trade flows, to investment flows, to capital markets, to inflation, to interest rate, to economies is very difficult to predict. But suffice it to say, it will be tremendous. So that's a lot to deal with, right? But here's the thing about disruption. At one level, it's a risk, but it's also an opportunity. It's an opportunity to transform industries, create new business models, and even create a new rule of engagement that is fairer to people across the world. Now, how do you engage to see it in that positive light? I want to share 5 learnings from 5 lessons, not because I'm more knowledgeable than you, because you guys are really much more aware of the world than we were at your times, but just because I've got more white hair than you, and experience teaches us some lessons. So how do you deal with a world that is changing dramatically and see it as an opportunity? First, be adaptive. You learned a lot of tools here in XLRI. The BCG matrix, the Porter's 5 forces model, SWOT analysis. These are all tools, good tools. But they're just that, they're not gospels. If you try to approach a changing world with a fixed playbook, you'll not succeed. So remain curious, keep learning. Learn about the emerging technologies that are coming out. Understand the consumer behaviors as they change. Think about the social changes that are happening, which will change in economies and countries. And to be able to do that, you have to remain humble. You know, one of the wise men that I work with once said that there are many types of arrogance. The arrogance of wealth, the arrogance of power, the arrogance of beauty. But the worst arrogance is arrogance of intellect and the arrogance of perceived knowledge. Because the other arrogance are, relative. Someone is wealthier than you, someone is more powerful than you, beauty fades with time. But as you keep on succeed, which you will, the arrogance of intellect and the arrogance of knowledge increases. And that is very, very damaging for staying curious and having a growth mindset. So stay humble, remain curious, be adaptive. The second advice I will give is that when you're faced with difficult decisions, lean on your values. Your education and XLRI has taught you many things, but it's also taught you ethics and values. Most days as you operate, it will not be a challenge. You'll not be challenged in terms of your decisions, but there will come days when at one end will be the easy, convenient, expedient decision that is easier to take, but may compromise your values. And the other decision is the harder decision and the tougher decision to take. At that point, just pause. Ask yourselves, is this what I stand for? Will I sleep well with this decision? Will my parents be proud of me with the decision that I take? And when you ask yourself the question and you get the answer, take the tougher road. Don't take the shortcut, because shortcuts at times in life can take you ahead. But a lot of times it turns out to be blind alleys. The third advice that I have for you is be a leader who believes not in command, but in respect. In Arthashastra, Chanakya talks about the essence of leadership as someone who's respected by his people, as a king who's respected by his people. He talks about a sign of a true leader as someone who's courageous, who has integrity, is wise, and is empathetic. That is a sign of a true leader. Now you may ask me, why are you talking about leadership? We are joining organizations that maybe at a very junior level to start with. But leadership is not about a position. It's about an attitude. And all of you will very soon start rising in the corporate ladder in any case. And you'll have small teams to lead. How will you lead them? I do hope that you lead them in a manner that they look up to you as people to emulate. Lead them with courage, lead them with empathy, lead them with generosity. Be leaders that people look up to, because the world needs not just more MBAs, but great leaders. The fourth point that I want to make is to find your purpose. Soon after we graduated from B school and we joined ICICI, some of us had a chance encounter with our chairman those days. He's no longer there with us. His name was Narayanan Bagul, a man who was considered to be a doyen of the financial services industry. Indian industry looked up to him. So he got hold of us, few of us freshers, and he started chatting with us. And while chatting, he asked a question. He said, so what do you guys do in ICICI? What do you think ICICI does? Now, we were surprised. We were wondering, what's the meaning of this question? Because the answer was obvious to us. Someone said that, oh, we lend money to corporates. And someone said, we do project finance. Someone said that I invest in companies. And he kept saying no. And then he said that what we do in ICICI, our purpose is to build India, make India a developed country. This was in 1992. The concept of purpose beyond profit didn't exist in those days. But this was a man who was talking about purpose and taught us a very, very powerful lesson. It taught us a lesson that great institutions are built not by focusing on profits, but focusing on purpose and profits. And the lesson that is relevant for corporates is also true for each one of us. When I was young, at your age, I joined my organization. My initial thought was motivation will come from great salary jumps, promotions, fat bonuses at the end of the year. Now, all of that is important. Money is important. Promotions are wonderful. Bonuses give you a sense of validation. So it's important. But very soon thereafter, you realize that that doesn't mean as much of the motivation that you seek. True motivation comes when you go beyond your own self-interest and do something for the greater good. I think something that your institution talks about. True motivation and true inspiration comes when you build a great product that customers love. Solve a client problem that no one was able to solve. Help your teammate go ahead in his life, in his career. Serve the society, build the nation. And I do hope that each one of you will have your own purpose, but you find your purpose soon and stay inspired. And lastly, the fifth point that I want to make today is, as you succeed, as you do well in life, remain grateful. All of you are here because of your work ethic, your intelligence, your dedication, and you deserve to be here. But for each one of you who's here, there's someone outside with the same capability, same willingness to work hard, who wasn't born in a family which valued education or could afford to spend money on the child's education, or was born in a country unlike India, which doesn't provide the kind of opportunity that India provides, or at a time which was not conducive for development. So, as I said, you're here because of your abilities and your effort and your hard work, but you're also here because of the support that your family provided you, the guidance that your teachers gave you, and the help that your friends gave you throughout your life. So this is a good day to be thankful and maybe remember each one of them. As we cheer you in your own mind, please cheer them. So that's what I want to talk about today. 5 thoughts. First, stay adaptive. Second, when in doubt, lean on your values. Third, lead with courage and compassion. Fourth, find your purpose and stay inspired. And fifth, remain grateful as you do well in life. Fourth batch of XLRI Delhi, congratulations again. Let me wish you all the best in your life and your career ahead. As you go out, remain focused on your excellence, not just in what you do, but who you are. Be kind, be bold, and make the world a better place. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening address. I now call upon Dr. Munish Thakur, Dean Academics, to present the medals of academic excellence to BM and IB students and a certificate of recognition for research excellence to the faculty. I request Mr. Bhargav Das Gupta to give away the medals. I request Father Casimir to escort the chief guest to the center of the stage.
It is with great pride and joy I announce names of medal winners for the convocating batches. 3 from Business Management Program and 2 from Innovation, Entrepreneurship and Venture Development Program. As I call out each name, recipient will please walk up from the right, receive the medal from Mr. Bhargav Das Gupta and exit via the central steps. Let's celebrate their achievement with warm round of applause. The best all-round student for the BM batch is Mr. Ishan Shekhar. Highest CKPI in the BM batch goes to Arpan Roy. Highest CKPI among women students in the BM batch goes to Divya Madela. The best all-round student in the IEU batch goes to Akash Subramaniam. Highest CKPI in the IEV batch goes to Shri Manjari Gumi Reddy. We now move on to recognizing our faculty members for their outstanding contribution to research. I invite Professor Prateek Tarafdar to receive medal from Mr. Bhargav Das Gupta. I now invite Professor Soumyatanu Mukherjee to receive the medal from Mr. Bhargav Das Gupta.
I now call upon Dr. Munish Thakur to administer the pledge to the graduating students.
All faculty members may please rise. On the recommendation of the faculty, the governing body is pleased to confer the 2-year postgraduate diploma in business management upon 178 students and 2-year postgraduate diploma in innovation, entrepreneurship, and venture development upon 43 students. Faculty members, please sit down. Graduating students, please rise for the pledge and repeat it after me as I read it. We, the graduating students of XLRI, hereby pledge that empowered with knowledge, the quest for which shall never end, we aspire to be responsible business leaders with integrity and honesty. We endorse the principles of responsible and ethical management and endeavor to work towards shaping an inclusive and sustainable global economy. We will refrain from corruption, unfair competition, or business practices harmful to society. As socially responsible citizens, we commit ourselves to bringing about equity and fairness to our organizations and to the society at large. We pledge to uphold the values of XLRI and shall always strive to apply our knowledge for betterment of society and bring glory to our institute. Graduating students, please take your seats.
I now call upon the Dean Academics, Dr. Munish, to present the graduates with their diplomas.
I now request Mr. Das Gupta to hand over diplomas to the rank holders. I will be calling the names of first 5 rank holders of BM program to receive diploma from our chief guest. The first rank holder for the BM program is Arpan Roy. The second rank holder is Ansh Jain. The third rank holder is Siddharth Chatterjee. The fourth rank holder is Dishank Aryan. The fifth rank holder is Kanishka Pandey. Heartiest congratulations to our rank holders. The rest of the graduating students of BM program will receive certificates from Chief Guest Mr. Bhargav Das Gupta and Vice Chairman Father George. I now request Mr. Das Gupta and Father George to hand over diploma to the graduating students. The graduating students of section E, BM, from roll number 302 till 331, please assemble in the aisle to my right, and graduating students of section E from roll number 332 till 486, please assemble in the aisle to my left to receive diplomas from the chief guest and our vice chairman, Father George, respectively, and exit the stage by the central steps. Section E, Adarsh Siddharth A, Naman Rathi. Aditya Moore, Nandini S. Adhyasa Patra, Najish Anwar. Nitin Akash Shah, Pranav. Akshita Ghorawat, Ruchita Jain. Aman Kumar, Sai Nikhil Paruchuru. Amit Rathi, Samriddhi Sharma. Ananta Kansal, Sanskar Jain. Anish Narang, Sanskar Sahu. Anju Kumar Lat, Sarthak Pandita. Anvesha Shashwati Panda. Ayush Malviya, Shashwat Pandya. Nakul Nachiket and Shikhar Tyagi. Chinmaya Krishna, Shruti Kedia. Devyanish Sinha, Siddharth Goel. Vipayan Maji, Ujjwal Chaudhary. Garb Goel, Vedant Ingole. Harsh Vishkarma, Vihan Bhatt. Hemang Pandya, Vikas Pandey. Hiba Fatima, Vishal Khandelwal. Joshua, 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 Kaswaraju Sri Lasya, Yashraj Wani. Latika Maheshwari Rahul Agarwal. Mohammad Sajid Alvi Akshat Gupta. Mridul Tripathi Keshav Garg. Naman Goyal Jwalin Rawal. Now I move to section E. Graduating students of section F from roll number 360 till 389. Please assemble in aisle to my right. And graduating students of section F from roll number 390 till 487. Please assemble in aisle to my left to receive diploma from chief guest and vice chairman respectively. And exit the stage by central steps. Adya Chopra, Kushagra Bhardwaj. Aaron George and Manas Jha. Abhishek Panigrahi, Mansi Pandey. Aditya Deepak Nair, Mehul Mittal. Akshat Khitawat, Parth Shah. Akshay Birari, Prateek Kumar. Ambarish Uday Khan, Priyam Patnayak. Amisha Khemka, Rahul Paneri. Amritash Pandey, Sameer. Ananya Shobit Kumar. Anshul Yadav, Shreya G. Iyengar. Anurag Datta, Shreya Gupta. Apeksha Kumar, Siddhant Agarwal. Apurva Singh, Siddharth Yadav. Arman Bhatia, Somia Kudalia. Arpit Gupta, Srishti Sinha. Arun Kumar, Ashwin James, Swarnme. Bhagyasri Sapatai, Ujjwal Singhi. Dhaval Jain, Wani Mahajan. Dhruvi Mansukh Manani, Vishal Chawla. Divija Madela, Vishwajit Saharan. George Philip Putiote, Yashraj Jagtap. Ketan Jain, Shrishti Jain. Krishan Keshav Gupta, Suborno Gupta. Kshitiz Banjal. Parents and family members, please don't block the way. Now we shift to section G. Graduating students of section G from roll number 419 till 449, please assemble in the aisle to my right. And graduating students of section G from roll number 450 till 485, please assemble in the aisle to my left to receive diploma from chief guest and vice chairman. And please exit the stage by the central steps. Akash Dhiren Pandya, Mitali Kagwate. Akash Shukla, Muskan Gora. Abhinandan Gupta, Naman Beriwal. Lekpar Paridi Gupta. Abro Hazra Patil Nikunj. Aditya Bhushan Pranav Datich. Aditya Vahi Priyam Tiwari. Ansha Ramesh Priyanshi Tripathi. Akshita Kumari Rakshit Kapoor. Aman Jain Rishabh Bothra. Aman Singh Rishabh Srivastav. Amulya Sharma Rohit Kumar Pandey. Anish Das Samarth Gupta. Antariksh Jain Samarth Wanikar. Archie Gupta Shaswat Shivam Sundaram. Arpit Gupta Saurya Basu. Atharva Padwal Sudarshan MK. Abhishek Bhattacharjee Sumit Narayan. Bhargav Agarwal Swabhav Narhara Sethi. Debargia Ray Tanuj Mantri. Dhruv Prashant Bhai Patel Tushar Garg. Govind Thakur Utkarsh Maheshwari. Gunturi Purna Pratyusha Vanshika Gupta. Ishan Shekhar Vatsal Sah. Kartik Govil Harikaran. Kishore Venkatesh Malvika Gupta. Madhujya Hajarika Mutansir Mukarram. Meher Bhatia Parshav Jain. Is Sri Manjari Gumireddy. The second rank holder is Zaid bin Asif. Heartiest congratulations to the rank holders. Rest of the graduating batch or graduating students of IUV program will receive certificates from Chief Guest Mr. Bhargav Das Gupta and Vice Chairman Father George. I now request Mr. Das Gupta and Father George to hand over diplomas to the graduating students. Graduating students of IEV from roll number 1 till 20, please assemble in the aisle to my right, and graduating students of IEV from roll number 21 till 42, please assemble in the aisle to my left to receive diploma from Chief Guest and Vice Chairman respectively, and exit the stage by central steps. Abhishek Ambarish Patnigiri, Kotapalli Kaushik Narayan Reddy. Aditya Kumar Yadav, Kushal Kumar Ingilela. Akash Subramaniam, Prashant Praveen Singh. Alu Harshavardhan, Prathmesh Mahajan Ajay. Anishka Kukral, Rohan Bhuiyan. Anshul Chandra, Sankalp Bharati. Anuj Arora, Shubham Bajaj. Anukriti Saraogi, Smita Singh. Archie Bangard, Sonal Rajesh. Archisha Srivastava, Sinjoy Bose. Archit Kyal, Suman Shekhar. Ashu Kumari, Swapnil Mittal. Gaurav Gupta, Varun Agarwal. Gautam A. Vishwas Tiwari. Fiza Begum Laskar, Yashovardhan Parashat. Prasad Pai, Yashvardhan Agarwal. Last one, Karunya Sunit. Let's applause all the graduating students. Graduating students, please occupy your chairs. Please occupy your chairs. Please occupy your chairs quickly. Okay, we have one more student who's just coming in, Arsh Garg. So we'll also award him diploma. I request our chief guest to please give away the certificate. May I request all the graduating students to please rise. In addition to, there are several others who have been found unable to attend the convocation. I now request our Vice Chairman, Father George Sebastian, to confer on behalf of Board of Governors of XLRI Delhi-NCR the Postgraduate Diploma in Business Management and PGDM in IEV on all candidates present here and those absent in absentia.
By the authority vested in me as the Vice Chairman of Board of Governors of XLRI, I award you the Postgraduate Diploma in Business Management and BGDM in Innovation, Entrepreneurship, and Venture Development. And I charge that by thought, word, and deed, you prove yourself worthy of the award.
Next thing I was supposed to read was the students may kindly rise, but everyone has stood up, so no need for me to speak that. So let us all join in applauding the graduating class of 2025. On behalf of the entire XLRI community, I congratulate graduating students and wish each one of you a successful and fulfilling career ahead.
Ladies
you
and
so much.
gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth annual convocation of XLRI Delhi-NCR is closed.
Please remain standing till the academic procession leaves the auditorium.
The academic procession leaves the auditorium. Please be seated. Please be seated. Thank you. I request the students to leave the gowns in the respective gowning venues. As the ceremony has now come to an end, we would like to invite you all to join us for a dinner reception at 7:45 p.m. The dinner will be served at different venues. Please take note of the following arrangements. I repeat, please take note of the following arrangements. Parents and students are requested to proceed to the hostel dining hall and Xavier Hall. Students receiving certificates for activities should assemble in Xavier Hall. They should reach their destination by 7:30 p.m. I repeat, they should reach their destination by 7:30 p.m. Members of the governing board, chief guests, faculty, and staff are requested to proceed to the garden pavilion for dinner. Please feel free to ask any of our friendly ushers if you require assistance or directions to your respective dinner venue. Thank you once again for joining us in this celebration. We hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you.